Hey guys, Dr. Dan here. So what I want to talk about today is change. Now I know I've talked about it before in past videos and stuff, but this video has been really inspired by one of my patients who came in. She's making a lot of really foundational, amazing changes, really kind of working on her nutrition, her activity levels, all those various things. But all of a sudden life came out of nowhere. Life has decided to knock her down and put up even more barriers and challenges and make this whole process even more challenging for her. And really kind of the question was, well, how do I keep moving forward? How do I overcome life? Why can't life just be put on pause? And so that's kind of what has inspired this video. And I kind of want to talk about two things here today is that, if you're just starting out and getting ready to make some changes, and two, if you're already in the process of making changes. And I want to preface this whole video with one of my favorite Tony Robbins quotes, and it is that change only occurs when the pain of change becomes less than the pain of staying the same. Now, really that gives you kind of a good insight into where this is going, and that change sucks. Change is hard. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Whether you're looking at your nutrition, whether you're looking at your activity, whether you're trying to eat more of an intuitive eating pattern, doesn't matter what the hell you're going to do, it's going to be hard, okay? And as much as I would love to be able to remove all the barriers, put life on pause for 6 months and allow you to really solidify and get this habit down pat, it's just not going to happen. Life isn't just going to stop because you decided to make some changes. So to kind of preface with that quote, if you're just starting on this journey, one of the very first things that you need to even look at is, am I ready to change? Am I in a place where I can change? Maybe I've got all these other things that are going on in my life that I need to deal with first before I can even think about making nutritional changes, increasing my activity, that sort of thing. So we got to ask ourselves, are we even ready to change? Okay. And if you're not, that's okay. Or maybe we got to look at other things that we need to change before we can look at our nutritional habits, our activity, or our mindfulness, whatever it is. Maybe there's other things we got to deal with before we can make those changes. And maybe you are ready to change. And it's like, okay, where do we start? We got to start small. Start somewhere small and build your way up. Start with small habits, something that you know you can do. Because we got to build our confidence. This is going to be tough. This is going to be hard. We got to get some points on the board before we can really start moving that needle forward. So start small. Don't get this big grandiose goal. Don't look at the top of the mountain. Look at that first little crest that you need to make it up first, and start making your way towards that. Now, if you're already in the middle of this journey, and life has decided to knock you down, and not only that, life is now kicking you while you're down, yeah, it's going to be hard. And I wish I could just turn life off and just let you keep moving forward and keep progressing forward. But again, all you got to do is kind of just take a step back and go back to the basics, right? Maybe we can't do everything that we were doing prior to this new life event happening, but we can go back to the basics. There must be something there that we can look at and we can continue to move forward with. So what is that one small thing that is in complete control that we can work on? And we can start to build on that and work on that in this new change environment. And as we get that and that becomes more solidified and we become more comfortable with it, okay, what's another change we can make? What's another change we can make? What's another change we can make? And slowly we'll build our way back up to what we need to do. And you know what? This tumultuous time in your life, it isn't going to last forever. Eventually, things are going to get better and you're going to be able to make those changes. And sometimes if life kicks you down too hard, we need to take a pause on things. We need to just back right up and just take a pause. And that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But just going back to the basics, you've already learned a whole bunch of great skills. Those are all applicable and you can still use them. But just take a pause, take a break, and kind of really kind of reflect on, okay, you know what, we just need to figure this out, deal with this situation, and then we can get back to what we were doing. We can get back to those habits that we were working on. And as always, you can always come and book an appointment with me, and we can work through it and figure out a way that we can make it happen, okay? So nonetheless, life is going to be hard. Change is always going to suck, and it's always going to be hard, but change is possible. No matter where you are in your life or what is currently going on and all the barriers that are there, there's always a change that can happen. But sometimes we just need to look at it a little bit differently. We need to take it at one small piece at a time. And sometimes we just need to look at, maybe we're not changing the right thing if we're falling down too hard, right? Maybe we need to look at a different aspect. Maybe we're too outcome-based focused. Maybe we need to look more at our process. Who knows what it is? But there's a number of different ways. But nonetheless, change is possible. And one of the biggest things you can do is just go back to the basics. Find that reason why we're making that change. And then two, start with something small. That's all there is to it. All right. Thanks, guys.